MZWANELE party has welcomed the DA's threat to call for a vote of no confidence against President Cyril Ramaphosa.
We've stated categorically and consistently so that the man is not fit for the job.
Good morning, guys. Good morning once again. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news. When it is trending enough to be brought here, please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our super gorgeous country. Yay, guys. There's still a lot to unpack about this motion of no confidence against President Cyril Ramaphosa because of the firing of Andrew Whitfield. So there are people who are joining the bandwagon now. Let's fire the president. Yes, and now what is going to happen? So I want to share with you what Malema said. He's saying they support the views of the Democratic Alliance of the motion of no confidence against the president. But he also comes back to ask another question that shows that there's no trust towards the Democratic Alliance from the MKP, because now he's asking a question: would the DA support MKP if they pushed ahead with a motion of no confidence against the president? So MKP has been on that for the longest time, saying he is not fit for office, the president, and also they have heavily criticized that coalition between the Democratic Alliance and the ANC. Here, of course, it's the government of the National Unity, the GNU. There are many political parties in there, but it always comes down to DA being the dominant one. You see? So, okay, guys, I'm going to leave you watching what Malema said, and then I'll come back right at the end with my closing commentary. As always, don't forget to share your views in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading those. If time allows me, I'm going to respond. But if it doesn't, I'm going to try by all possible means to react to show that I appreciate your participation in my channel.
MZWANELE party has welcomed the DA's threat to call for a vote of no confidence against President Cyril Ramaphosa.
We've stated categorically and consistently so that the man is not fit for the job. In actual fact, we've been calling for a motion of confidence ourselves. What would be interesting to see is if we call for a motion of confidence, if the DA would vote with us. Because again, from what I heard when you listened to their presser this afternoon, it just, you can't go and give a president an ultimatum and then you come back with very cheap shots. And I mean, quite honestly, if you look at it, it's nothing more than just scarecrow politics. And that's what the DA is doing here. They're just nothing else but scarecrows. If they're serious, they should call for a motion of no confidence and stop these scarecrow tendencies. And we can then, realize that they're actually serious about what their stance is on this president.
This week. It was very clear from the panicked reactions during my speech that the ANC did not have the numbers, and they knew it, to get that passed. And yet, as I indicated in that speech, we are a reliable coalition partner. We respect our coalition partners, and when we give our word and we make undertakings, we stick to them. We do not treat our coalition partners with the same disrespect that they have shown to us repeatedly. If the ANC wants support for those budgets, they must replace the incumbent ministers with alternatives that meet the very high standard that the president has set for himself now through the axing of Andrew Whitfield. A further step that was considered by the Federal Executive was the tabling of a motion of no confidence in the President. We understand the concerns that many South Africans have about what would follow or could follow if Ramaphosa was removed from office.
I want to read this interesting post with you that there are rumors. It's about the account that posts things and you don't believe them. At the end of the day, what the account posted happens. The account is the handle is Gulam, the name of the account rather. He said, boom, boom, boom. After the MK party confirmed they will support the DA-sponsored vote of no confidence on President Cyril Ramaphosa, Sources claim indirect talks are taking place between MK Party and EFF for the EFF to support the motion of no confidence. Hey guys, but at this stage, this is not what Julius Malema is saying, and according to the way he is talking, he said the president must be respected, the DA must respect the president. I don't know, man. I don't know. Will they be able to go behind the bad blood that exists between MK and the EFF because of the happenings that happened? Basically, this means your beloved Paul Mashatile will be president and possibly Julius Malema deputy. DA will go in opposition or keep their ministerial positions with the Doomsday Alliance. A dramatic few weeks ahead. Guys, I think after the results of the 2024 national government elections, this is the second dramatic thing to happen in South Africa. Anyway, the final solution, government collapses and we go for re-election, which means investors, job creators, the business fraternity, or the world would look at South Africa as unstable. Inflation will rise, the country will just be very unstable. At this stage, you just feel like, let what happens, because all the time when the DA things are not happening their way, they start threatening about the economy that will collapse if they are not the part of the GNU, and which means they're giving credit to themselves for all the good things that are happening in South Africa is because the DA is part of it. It's so disappointing for the DA to say so, because this is one party that sometimes I consider voting for, and I haven't felt like I want to vote for the DA since that AFRIFORUM thingy to go into the US, painting South Africa the way they painted it. And the reason why I changed my mind on the DA is because they have that relationship between them and AFRIFORUM. And I just felt like they understand one another because they have something in common. That was just my view. So I'm still very disappointed at the Democratic Alliance that when things they don't go their way, they are prepared to bring the country down because of Andrew Whitfield. I'm still asking the question, Gandhi, what was with Andrew Whitfield in that office? Was he not a deputy minister? Is the president not calling for the Democratic Alliance to give somebody else to replace Andrew Whitfield? Anyway, guys, if you watched up to here, I'd like to say thank you for watching my videos. I'll see you in my next upload.